Hello everybody, welcome back. So in the last video we derived the formula for the addition formula. So cos A plus B and sin A plus B. We use all the formula and get sin A plus B and cos A plus B, just like this. Okay, what about the minus? Okay, so in today's video we're gonna do that. So like derive the formula for cosine A minus B and sine of A minus B. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started again with our favorite Euler formula. So according to Euler formula, we have e to the power ix equal I sine of x plus cos x. Okay, this is the Euler formula. I will insert a and b in, so e to the power ia equal I times sine of a plus cosine of a, and e to the power I times b. I is an imaginary number, equal I sine of b plus cosine of b. Okay, so let's go ahead and again, similarly, we can make a minus b appear. Okay, so you all recall in the last video we times it together, right, to make a plus b appear. So in this video, we're just gonna divide them. So if I divide them, so we have e to the power ia over e to the power ab equal I sine of a plus cosine of a over I sine of b plus cosine b. Okay, so now e to the power x over e to the power y is just e to the power x minus y. So e to the power I times a minus I times b equal to, you notice this this fraction on the right hand side, I will times it to the coefficient. I would time it to cosine of b minus I sine b. Okay, it's called a conjugate. Yeah, I would times the conjugate on that side. So this, I just rewrite it, times cosine of b minus I times sine b. Okay, so let's go ahead and simplify them. So e to the power ia minus ib, you get e to the power I, a minus b. So equal to what? It equal to, on the numerator, let's go ahead and phone things out. So if you phone things out, you get I sine of a cosine b plus cosine a times cosine b, right, minus I square sine of a sine of b minus I times cosine of a sine of b. Okay, and then all this divide to what? Okay, if you look at the denominator, you notice they are in this form x squared minus y squared. So this is from this form, x minus y, x plus y. So this is x, no, this is x, this is y, this is x, this is y, right? A number minus a number times the same number plus the same number. So you will get x squared minus y squared. So with that being said, the denominator we get cosine of b square minus I sine of b square. Okay, so let's go ahead and simplify everything. E to the power I times a minus b still remain the same, so keep the same. Okay, let's see the denominator. The numerator, we gotta take care of that first. Okay, we know negative I squared is 1. Okay, negative I squared is 1. Okay, I can group them just like the previous problem. So I group one group is the imaginary. So if I factor out I get sine of A times cosine of B minus cosine of A times sine of B. Okay, and the rest I have what? I have cosine of A times cosine B minus I squared. This minus I squared right here, it become plus 1. So just plus sine of A sine B. Okay, because recall I squared is negative 1. Okay, according to the definition of imaginary number. And how about our denominator? Our denominator is just gonna be cosine B square minus I square sine B, right? All right, and okay, keep bearing with me. So here, just keep on rewrite it. Equal to I times sine of A cosine of B minus cosine of A times sine of B. Okay, plus cosine of A cosine of B plus sine of A times sine of B. Okay, and what is our denominator? Our denominator just cosine square of B plus sine square of B, which is just 1, right? Because if you recall, so this is just 1 because square of number plus sine square of the same number. Is 1. Okay. All right. So, with that being said, we can write out everything now. So e to power I a minus b. Our denominator become 1, so we just have these left. So I times sine of A cosine B minus cosine A times sine B plus cosine of A cosine B plus sine A sine B. Okay, and this is the interesting part. What's the definition of e to power I something? Is this, right? So I times sine of that thing plus cosine of that thing. So you could say I sine A minus B plus cosine of A minus B. This is basically the e to power I minus B based on the definition. And you copy paste the rest. So I times sine A cosine B minus cosine of A times sine B plus cosine of A cosine B plus sine A sine B. Okay, and if you equate both sides, if you say, so in order for left hand side to be equal to right hand side, or in other words, A plus BI equal to C plus DI. Okay, just like the previous problems, you have what? You have the real part equal to real part, A equals C, and the imaginary part equal to imaginary part, B equal D. So in this case, the real part on the right hand side is the cosine of A minus B. It will be equal to cosine of A times cosine of B plus sine of A times sine of B. And the real part, the imaginary part, sorry, which is sine of A minus B, will be equal to sine of A times cosine of B minus cosine of A times sine of B. Okay, and this is the formula we have derived. Very good. So in the next video, I'll show you how to use to derive something just such as cosine 2x, sine 2x, and how you proceed with that. Okay, so thank you everyone for your attention, and I'll see you in the next video.